Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at where the Franklin funds went. We'll be sticking purely to facts, so no wild accusations or guesswork, pure fact. So we're going to start off by going to BSC Scan and looking at the actual wallet that the Franklin funds were collected in. You can see here the NFT sale started 23rd of January. You can see all of the transactions there, 0.95 BNB. It was 1 BNB minus 0.05 BNB fee. And BSC Scan has this handy feature where if you go down to the bottom right corner, you can get CSV export, which means you can export all of the data from there into a handy spreadsheet. So you can see here, NFTs went on sale 23rd of Jan, and they went on until the 10th of February. So all of the transactions are in the spreadsheet. We scroll across, you can see each NFT cost 0.95 BNB. You can see how much that equated to because BSC Scan does this very handy thing of giving you the historical price for BNB at the time the purchase was made, which is brilliant. Which means we can scroll all the way down to the bottom and we've got the total amount that was collected for the Franklin funds, $295,098. So if we return to BSC Scan, and we can see all of those transactions on the website and what happened to that BNB. So once all the BNB was sort of gathering up into large amounts, you can see that Chris then sent that to 1inch. You can just see there numerous transactions, 134 BNB, 52 BNB, and that was sent to 1inch to swap. And what he did was swap it into BUSD. So if we just flick through these transactions, so just scroll down. You'll see a number of transactions at the bottom of this page, for example, which is the BUSD coming in from the 1inch router. And you can see there that the end of the 1inch router address ends in 97D. We're going to use that in a second. So we have exported the BUSD data now into a spreadsheet. And what we're going to do is just show quickly how much BUSD came back from 1inch. So I've just put that into the filter there. And you can just see a long list of values there. So we can see that the BUSD has gone back into the Franklin wallet. So the great thing about having the data in a spreadsheet is that you can obviously manipulate it. So what I'm going to do here is put a filter on to show the transactions going out of this wallet. I'll get rid of all the zero values because we're obviously not concerned with them. And I'm also going to just show the BUSD and USDT transfers. We can get rid of all of the other random tokens that are in there. So if we scroll down, you can see amounts that went out of the wallet. The 172,000 we're going to ignore for now because that actually went to a swap and came back in USDT. But I am going to focus on this 119,859 that's there. The reason why I'm focusing on that amount of 119,000 is, first of all, it's a significant amount of money, obviously represents a good chunk of the Franklin funds. But the fact it left the wallet is irrelevant because it actually came back in on the 17th of March. And the reason it came back in is because Chris sent it to Changely for some reason, and it happened to actually get stuck there for over a month. So eventually Changely sent it back to him. But you can see that even after he received those funds back, there are numerous transactions going on in this wallet. You can see that the funds were split up at this point and sent out in sort of $6,000, $9,000, $3,000 chunks. You see that one for $21,000. And this is over the course of, days and weeks that we see these transactions taking place. And I'll show you why that's important later on. So yeah, again, you can see 29th of March, there's still transactions going in and out of this wallet. So this wallet is, very much active, very much under Chris's control at this point. You can see, in fact, on the 9th of April, that there was a VIP spot bought, and on the 5th of May, another VIP spot bought for $10,000, and those funds were then transferred straight out. Another thing I want to point out is this payment of $3,100 that went out on the 13th of June, so not very long ago. That payment was actually to me to cover a company payment. So having done an examination of the blockchain and tried to trace the money, and not really having much success, we decided to confront Chris about whether the donation had actually taken place and what proof he had, because for a couple of months he'd been telling us that there were issues to do with tax liability, the sanctuary didn't accept crypto. So Chris said, yes, of course I made the donation. Here's a PayPal statement to prove it, which shows 2 transactions, one from himself for $100, one from the company for $161,000. And he also produced 2 receipts from Rogers, not very official looking, but Chris said that was because they were just animal lovers and weren't very sort of office-based and weren't very good at admin. But anyway, we decided to pursue this. We still weren't convinced. So we decided to reach out to Rogers directly. And eventually we got a response from them. Rogers themselves confirmed the donation had never taken place and that they had actually reported Chris as a result of this to the FBI. So Chris obviously claimed to be dumbfounded, couldn't understand how this had taken place, said he was going to call them up and try and clear up this mess. But we asked how he'd managed to get the receipts from this guy called Mark when Mark claimed to have not received the donations. So he did a bit of scrambling after this. I mean, you can read the messages for yourselves. Basically claimed that must have just been lost by either himself or maybe by Rogers. So we pushed for, more evidence of him making this transaction. We asked to see a live screen share of his PayPal account. He wouldn't do it. He refused, made excuses. Again, you can read these messages for yourself. And then eventually he said he lost the money. Guys, it's embarrassing. I'm sorry I put you through all this. My wallet was hacked. So he then started going down the route of my wallet was hacked, the funds are lost. He claimed that he connected a wallet to a random staking platform and the funds were drained from there. So natural question is, which wallet, Chris? Let's see the funds being drained. Which wallet was hacked? Couldn't provide us with the wallet address. He claimed to have deleted it off his phone. And we said, okay, what wallet did you transfer the funds out of to put them in this wallet that was hacked? Couldn't give us that either. Couldn't give us the most basic transactional history to show this hack. And to date, he has still not provided any evidence of this hack taking place. But what we can see is money continuing to go in and out of the Franklin wallet, including the $119,000 that was received back from Changelly. So it's definitely not the Franklin wallet that was hacked. Where are the Franklin funds, Chris? Because first we were told they were donated. We were given fake receipts. We were told Rogers must have messed up. We were given a fake PayPal statement. Then we were told the wallet was hacked, but no wallet details have ever been provided, and no proof of the hack has ever been shown either. And the wallet the funds were in is still being used by you, Chris. So the question remains, where are the Franklin funds, Chris? And just to give everybody a bit of a breakdown of how much we're talking about, it's a huge amount of money.